Welcome to the Woodson Kindergarten Center. My name is Jessica Cabine and I have the honor and privilege of being the principal here at the happiest place in southeastern Minnesota. Again, hi, my name is Jessica Cabine and I am so grateful that you came for kindergarten registration today. I'm excited to work together with you in providing a safe and nurturing experience for your child. I've been the principal here for the past 6 years and again, excited to play a small part in your child's K-12 educational experience. The format of this year's registration looks a little different as you're in classrooms with teachers. I'll be giving a short presentation about the details and the nuts and bolts of kindergarten, and then you'll be able to ask questions by the teacher in the classroom with you. We'd like to welcome all families, whether you've had Woodson critters before or you're a new family to Woodson. We're excited that you've chosen our school to start your child's school experience. We'll make sure to have availability at the end for questions, and as always, this is just your first feet on campus. You can call us anytime, stop back, continue to ask questions. Our role is to make sure that you feel safe and secured with your child coming to kindergarten. One of the biggest pieces of information that we hear from families is, how do you not lose 400 5-year-olds at one time? What I'd like to explain next is the process of what we call teams. At Woodson, we have 3 teams, which correspond to the 3 hallways. We have a blue team, red team, and green team. And within those teams, we have classrooms of critters. This is very helpful for students to identify with an identity. And it's also really easy then for them to find their home when they're out on the playground, in the building, or in the cafeteria. Our team in the blue hall consists of the blue otters, chipmunks, bears, foxes, and caterpillars. Today, we have the red bee, bunny, owl, cricket, and robin. Are down in the green hall, the green mouse, frog, deer, duckling, raccoon, and gopher, and by now are having an exciting time and probably getting ready to ride that bus. Very fortunate to have a large support team. These are called our yellow team teachers. You'll be able to see these rooms as you go through the tour after the presentation. We have a full-time nurse, special education support, speech-language pathologist, ELL teachers, a gifted and talented tech integrationist, social worker, school psychologist, and instructional coach. Your child may come into contact with any of these members of our team informally in the hallways or through support services as your child needs them. An integral part to our school is our success coach. Laura Ramirez is currently working with families down the green hall to support and ensure that they understand the information, and we're so grateful to have her support. If you are someone who would like this in Spanish or would like to have further conversations with her, this is her contact information. And now we'd like to share a message from Shaylee Meyer in regards to making sure your student is prepared for school with immunizations and vaccinations.
Hi, my name is Shaylee Meyer. I'm the District Licensed School Nurse for Austin Public Schools. I'm here to tell you a little bit about how to keep your critter happy and healthy at Woodson Kindergarten Center. Krista is Woodson's nursing staff. She is in the Woodson Health Office from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock on school days. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop in and chat with her. Per Minnesota state law, Minnesota is a no shots, no school state. Your child must be compliant with all required immunizations in order to attend your school. If your child is missing any shots on the first day of school, you'll be called to pick them up, and they will not be able to return until those shots are current. This makes everyone sad, and we don't want to see that happen. If you're not sure which vaccinations your child may need, please give Nurse Krista a call. There are several places in Austin where we can booster those immunizations. Mayo Clinic Health System in Austin, the Smart Clinic, as well as Public Health are here to serve your needs. Please contact your clinic or provider for details and scheduling. It's best to go sooner rather than later. Appointments fill up quickly this time of year as many families are trying to complete immunizations. Please don't wait until the last minute. Please have your provider supply you with a copy of your current immunizations. State law requires that we have dates on file for each immunization. If your child has a medical or other exemption, please contact Nurse Krista as soon as possible for exemption documentation information. There are notary signatures that are required on this documentation. If your child has a medical or other exemption, please contact Nurse Krista as soon as possible for exemption documentation information and requirements. All immunization documentation must be in place before the first day of school in order for your child to attend class. Watch for letters from us. We do our best to notify parents of missing immunizations. If you get a letter but believe that your child has all of their shots, please let Nurse Krista know right away. Again, if you have any questions, please contact Nurse Krista. A health exam and dental visit are not required to attend school, but they are very helpful in order to ensure your child is healthy, well, and ready to learn. If you need referral assistance in locating a provider, please let Nurse Krista know. Please fill out the health and emergency form completely. Indicate any health concerns that we need to be aware of in order to make sure your child is safe and healthy here at school. Talk to Nurse Krista about any of your child's health conditions or concern. If your child's health condition could impact his or her safety, health, or ability to learn, we can formulate a school health plan, or if you have a health condition that requires special care. The health plan will help guide us in caring for your child, and it will be shared with staff who are also working with your child. The nurse always attempts to contact the parent or guardian first in the event of a health concern or emergency. The emergency contacts that the district form asks for are the people and phone numbers that the nurse will attempt to contact second if she is unable to reach you. If possible, please choose people that can help in those situations, and please let them know that you've listed them as an emergency contact for the school. Please let the office or nurse know right away if contact numbers have changed. We want to make sure that we can reach you or your designated contact person immediately if there's an emergency. We are able to administer medications that your child may need to take during the school day. We must have a signed doctor's order as well as a parent signature in place before any prescription medication can be given. Over-the-counter medication, such as Tylenol, may be given without the doctor's signature as long as the required dose is within the package guidelines. Please don't send any medication to school with your child. For safety reasons, it must be brought into the health office by a parent or guardian in its original prescription bottle. Please see Nurse Krista if you need any medication forms. She's happy to help you out and answer any questions you may have. Minnesota law requires that each child has attended early childhood screening before kindergarten. Contact the Community Learning Center if your child does not have this screening before kindergarten begins. The CLC staff will schedule a time for you and your child to attend this screening. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Nurse Krista and I are looking forward to a very happy and healthy school year, and we're excited to work with you and your child. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please stop into one of our offices and have a chat. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Shaylee. Again, when we have health services here, we do have a building nurse, but we will require all immunization paperwork either throughout the summer or at registration or back to school conferences. We really encourage you to have well child checks and dental visits to ensure that your child is healthy and ready for school. If your child has any medication, again, please make sure that you contact our nurse ahead of time. And if you haven't yet, please sign up for that early childhood screening so we can make sure we have supports available for all children. Food is a very big, important part of the Woodson Kindergarten Day. We have breakfast and lunch for all students, and we'll have more information in subsequent slides about prices. We do have forms for free and reduced lunch if you need that information, and at summer registration, you'll get paperwork in regards to setting up those accounts. The fees are current for this year, and so please pay attention after July 1 because that's usually when the increase happens. All students can have free breakfast, and we offer that between 8 and 8:25 in our cafeteria. As a parent, if you'd like to come have breakfast for your child, the current rate is $1.70. We offer lunch for all students at Woodson in 30-minute blocks after recess. This is on their team, so it'll be a blue team, red team, green team lunch. And we offer and invite parents to come in. This is a very exciting time, and kids love to have their parents come eat lunch with them and share stories, and you are the local celebrity for the table. If you're interested in eating lunch with your child, we just ask you to call ahead to the office and let us know so we make sure we have a count for food for that day. And here are the prices for student lunches and adult lunches that were for this year and to pay attention for next year. Busing. Your child is probably thoroughly enjoying that school bus ride around the block right now. And in the summer, you'll receive information in your mailing that will give you a location for the bus stop for your child if you're choosing a bus route. If you want to connect with them ahead of time, this is the number available. They do offer kindergarten routes specific to just kindergarten students, and we offer routes regardless of which calendar you're choosing to enroll your child in. If you want to have your child ride the bus, a little hint from future or families that have come through before, even on the first day of school, please make sure you have your child ride that school bus. It's really important that they build that routine and then that bus driver knows how many students are in each route. So if you want to come the first day, get your child on the bus, wave goodbye, hop in your vehicle. You can follow the bus the whole way, or you can drive ahead and meet them at the school and get that picture and enjoy all the celebrations for the first day of school. But it's really helpful to have them ride the bus on the first day. Once we get to school, students can choose breakfast or playground. And then if they go to playground, we meet on the playground every morning at 8:25 when the bell rings. Students have their critter where they line up, and we all say good morning, and we start to walk in to start our school day. Again, breakfast is from 8 to 8:30, and dismissals at 2:05 at the Kindergarten Center. Throughout the day, we offer academic and social emotional blocks of learning. These include reading and writing, math, social studies and science, physical development such as our play centers, boost up, and recess. These are opportunities that students at Woodson have every single day in order to make sure not only are we academically ready for learning, but physically and socially, emotionally as well. As you want to prepare your child for kindergarten, at the end of our presentation, the teachers will go through the kindergarten readiness bags that we provided for you. But as a reminder, here are a few additional things that would be really helpful and help us to start the year out successfully. In regards to self-help, can they zip up their coat? Do they know how to use the bathroom by themselves? Tying your shoe is not a requirement for kindergarten, but if they are unable to tie them, we do ask you to bring them Velcro shoes. You can certainly ask a teacher at the end of this presentation. Having to tie 25 pairs of shoes every day can be somewhat taxing. So it's not a requirement, but if they don't know how to tie their shoes, have them bring Velcro or slip-on shoes. An ability to follow 2 to 3 step directions in any setting is always very beneficial in regards to turn taking, following directions, and listening to others. The school readiness, just as complex as your child is, ensuring that we're reaching every child at the appropriate level is very individualized. Here are just some of the skills in which we'll be working on, but if you can start to work on with your child, it would be very helpful. When we talk about visual phonics, it's important to remember that phonics is not just about singing the alphabet. But visual phonics is a series of hand shapes that represent the phoneme sounds of spoken English. This is the way we teach students phoneme awareness and the relationship of sound and letters in words. There is DVDs available in the office. Otherwise, within your bag, there's a link to the YouTube video that students view every day in preparation for these skills. We would encourage you to go ahead and start using that video with your child today to prepare them for kindergarten in the fall. At Woodson, we are a one-stop shop. That means you do not need to go out into the community to buy school supplies. With a fee of $30, that provides your child all the supplies seen here and additional supplies that they'll need for the year. All that we require from you then is money for the lunch account, a backpack, and tennis shoes. Speaking of backpacks, we would appreciate, as we have 2 models right there, backpacks that fit the child, but they're full-size backpacks. Now, they might look a little big at the beginning of the year, but trust me, your child grows into them. Smaller backpacks are difficult to put the material such as the folder and the library book in every day. And think ahead to winter when you have snow boots and snow pants and other belongings. We also do appreciate not the rolling backpacks, as when we walk out at the end of the day, thinking a bunch of kids with wheels can be kind of a traffic jam. So again, a full-size backpack would be very helpful. Each classroom has a library cart. These are filled with the different genres of books that have different interests for all of our students. These also rotate throughout the year across the building. Teachers have a system in which students will be bringing home a book of interest for you and them to read together and then return to school. As we continue to work through our school year, we also have outcomes that we measure on a daily basis to ensure that we're preparing our youngest learners to lead and to be successful in first grade. These here are just a few of the outcomes that we'll continue to work on and communicate with you throughout the year on their success. These are more outcomes and ideas for you to think about that will help your child come to school and give you some ideas for the end of the year outcomes for kindergarten. We'll be going through this information at your conferences, not just at back to school, but more in detail in your fall conferences and your winter conferences as well. These also come home in the form of report cards and information from our language arts curriculum and rubrics. These again are our math skills that we'll continue to work on throughout the year. And at the end of the session today, the teachers will show you additional activities that will help enhance and develop these skills. As we mentioned earlier, we have lots of opportunity for physical movement throughout the day. This also includes play centers, gym, and recess to develop those large and fine motor skills. Woodson is a PBIS school, which is Positive Behaviors, Interventions, and Supports, for the last 6 years and has been recognized multiple times as a school of exemplar practice from the state of Minnesota. What this means for you is, as a school, we recognize proactive and positive behavior more so than reactive and punitive. Part of our school rules is called the caring critters. They take care of themselves, others, and property. These are the main rules that each student and adult live by every day. If you are new to our school, you've not heard of critter cards. If you are a former parent, you're well aware of the power of these critter cards. These are handed out by every adult in the building, and including bus drivers, as a way to recognize and reinforce specific positive behavior. Students collect these cards and turn them into the classroom. Here's a picture of a classroom critter tree. As you can tell on the left, on the very bottom of the trunk is where they collect the critter cards. After accumulating 10 critter cards, they move to a small owl, for this class, on the critter tree. And after they collect 10 small owls, they turn it into the office for a large owl on the big critter tree, which is on your right. As you can tell, this is mid-year, and we have had lots of success in encouraging and reinforcing positive behavior in our school. We also have school-wide celebrations quarterly to recognize and remind each other the importance of being positive, having a growth mindset, and using perseverance every single day. Parents ask a lot about security. Now today when you came in, you had no problem gaining access into the building. But in a normal school day, our building is closed and those double doors as you walked in are shut as well, which means to gain access to the building is done only through door 1 and only the button on the right. What you would do is you would press the button and we would look into a camera to see who was coming in. Throughout the year, we start to get to know our families and we're better able to gain access, but please don't be offended if we ask you who you are and what your intention of coming to school is. Our purpose for that is only to make sure that we're being safe and secure and allowing only people that have a reason to be here to come in. Behind that buzzer is Lisa. She is our school secretary. She does so many things throughout the day and throughout our building to make sure it's safe and secure. One of the other things she does is monitor attendance. We feel it's absolutely critical for students to be in school as many days as possible in order to make sure that they're learning to their highest levels. If for any reason your child is not going to be at school, we ask you to call 460-1400 at any time and leave a message stating the name of the child, the class the child is in, and the reason for absence. If you do not call us, please don't be offended when we call you. We just want to make sure that if your child's not with us, they're home safe with you. Comes a lot of dates, but you will have cards and reminders and more information that will help you remember some of these days. As we mentioned before, we offer both calendars at the Woodson Kindergarten Center. The traditional calendar that starts on September 4th, and we also offer sections of the 45-15 modified calendar for students that also have siblings at Sumner Elementary. That school year begins on July 31st. Placement requests. Do you have siblings coming, cousins, or maybe just really good friends that have great friends on the playground but maybe wouldn't be the best of friends in the classroom? In the office, we have placement request forms you can pick up on your way out. We just ask you to return those by April 20th. Mrs. Cabine will also be spending time in every preschool and talking with preschool teachers to gain more information to make sure that classroom placements are based upon academic, social, emotional needs, as well as taking into consideration some of the family dynamics and concerns that parents might have. After your session, the teachers will walk you through the science wing and also down the blue hall, but then they're going to take you to the dates in which you can register for your conferences. For the 45-15, that will be July 19th. All students kindergarten through fourth grade will register at Sumner. They'll do their kindergarten assessment at that time, and the school picture is taken. What that means for you as a parent is plan to be there for an hour and to make sure that your child looks picture ready. We're also going to confirm paperwork and sign up for that back to school conference time in which you get to meet the teacher and go through a school day with your child and your teacher. Back to school conferences are Wednesday, July 25th, and first day is Monday, July 31st. If your child's on the traditional calendar, that registration will be at Austin High School Wednesday or Thursday, August 8th and 9th. You'll receive a postcard with that information, and again, plan for about an hour and for your child's school picture to be taken. We're going to confirm paperwork, we'll ask for your fees, and we'll again sign up for that conference time, and the week later, mail home a postcard with your child's teacher and classroom assignment. For those conferences, we'd ask you for you and your child to attend, but to try to have other siblings stay home so you can make this a very special moment for you and your child as they enter in kindergarten. These will be small group conferences and a chance to meet the teacher, meet a few of your child's classmates, become familiar with schools and routines, and really build that foundation for safe and secure start to the school year. We again welcome all parents to the playground, but at 8:30 we have quite a routine in which all the kids line on the critter line, all the family members line up on the fence, and we all say goodbye. And at that time the students walk into the school and the parents go back to their cars till the end of the day. Due to fire marshal regulations and also security measures and safety for all students, we ask parents to say their goodbyes on the playground. If you think your child will have difficulty separating from you, please let Ms. Cabine know ahead of time, and we can make different arrangements for your child to come into the building in a manner that would make them less anxious and ready to start the school year. If you're interested in more about Woodson and want to learn a little bit more even before your child starts here, go ahead on Facebook and like our Facebook page. We post lots of great pictures of the activities we do on a daily basis, as well as information about the special events. We really appreciate all your time, and before we let you out of this room, we're going to go through some more information with the teacher and offer opportunities to ask questions. Thank you for coming, and welcome to the class of 2031. Again, thank you so much for being here today, and we are so grateful to start your child's educational experience here at Woodson.